Good afternoon everybody from Adelaide International Airport. My name is Hugo and today I'm going to be taking a flight aboard Qantas on one of their 737s but in Economy Plus, which they just launched 2 days ago at the time of recording this, from here in Adelaide back to Melbourne. I'm very interested to see what this is like and if I feel like it'd be worth it. So without further ado, let's head inside and check in. Oh, and we'll also check out the new Qantas Club here. Once inside the terminal here on the ground level, we've got to go up to get to departures. Check-in's very well signed. For Qantas they've got the normal kiosks, which I don't like, and self-bag drop, but there's also international connections and priority desks. The priority security lane here actually seems to be accessible for elite frequent flyers as well, which is nice. Security wasn't busy though, so it was quick and easy. When leaving security, the Qantas lounge is to the right, and around where the lounge is also where most Qantas flights go from. The new Qantas lounge precinct entry looks fantastic. The business class section's to the left and the club is to the right. With my Oneword Sapphire, I have access to the club. This new Qantas club opened towards the end of 2024. I actually thought it was a bit newer than that, but regardless, it's still new and this is my first time here. I don't know if there was a business lounge here before, but when I visited the Qantas Club here in 2022, it was in the area where I think the business lounge is now, and that has some but limited tarmac views. This new lounge, though it does have a bit of natural light, doesn't feature any tarmac views, and there's no windows on the walls. The club lounge design itself though, like the entrance, is fantastic. The design for these new lounges looks great, and it's nice, modern and light. There's also different seating with heaps of charging, including wireless and also USB-C. It's quite a big lounge too. There's a full bar set up with beers on tap and barista coffee. There's also wines from South Australia, as you'd expect. Then there's the buffet selection, which has the club staples, such as toasties, likely stale popcorn in a big jar, etc. There were some bruschetta things, and also some cookies, which is cool. The cookie was good, but it's an average food selection overall. There are multiple shower rooms, which are basic but modern, and for a domestic club lounge, that's good enough for me. It's great to have them at all, really. If you've been there, what do you think of the new Qantas Club here? I'd be interested to hear in the comments below. So what is Qantas Economy Plus? Well, it's very similar to Virgin Australia's Economy X. So Qantas Economy Plus, which is basically the front rows of the plane, the amounts depends on the aircraft, as well as exit rows, features extra legroom, you get to board in Priority Group 2, and you also get priority access to overhead lockers. In theory. Qantas says it's now available on their 737s, A220s and A321XLRs, and it'll come to the A330s soon. As for how much it costs, it varies depending on the flight, but if you have Qantas Platinum or Platinum 1 status, you can select these seats for free. And Gold frequent flyers such as myself can select them during online check-in, so 24 hours before departure. That's what I did, but if I paid for it, I believe in this case, for this 1 hour flight, it was $40. But since this was literally just launched, I don't know what changes they would have had time to make, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like once on board. There's my ride to Melbourne. Victor Hotel Victor Yankee Zulu is a 2011 built Boeing 737-838, which was delivered new to Qantas New Zealand subsidiary Jet Connect. When Jet Connect ceased operations in 2018, this aircraft was renamed Torquay and has since operated for mainline Qantas.
Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Thank you.
Boarding started about on time, 25 minutes before departure, with Group 1 and Group 2 boarding first, but both together.
Good on you guys, welcome on board. Yeah, good mate, thanks very much. Thanks for going, great mate. Welcome back on board.
Thank you. Welcome on board one of Qantas 737-800s, with I guess I should probably now say the old cabin, because I think they actually have started refurbishing some of their 737s. This one still features 12B/E Aerospace Millennium seats in business class in a 2-2 configuration. At first the cabin looks as expected, but there's actually no indication of what rows are Economy Plus, or that Economy Plus even exists. So at first I actually thought there was literally no difference, but as I got into my seat, they have actually moved the seats, so there is more legroom. This means that I think there'd be 156 economy class seats with the B/E Aerospace Innovator 2-seat model in a 3-3 configuration. Oh, and I should probably mention my seat for this flight is 8F. Now let's take a quick look at the seat features. Legroom is actually way different here in Economy Plus. It's amazing, but you kind of would want it to be excellent if you're paying for extra legroom. There's a standard seat back pocket which contains some literature, and there's also a pretty standard tray table, which isn't the cleanest. Then this aircraft is fitted with personal in-flight entertainment screens, which are on the smaller side, but they are adjustable, and they've got some controls at the bottom of it. This aircraft also features USB-A ports, universal power sockets, a nice adjustable headrest, and double seat back padding.
Customer service manager today. Your team leader in the main cabin today is Gregor, and captain today is Captain, and now I'll turn to I'd like to welcome back our Qantas, Emirates, Air New Zealand, and one more frequent flights on this Boeing 737 service to Melbourne. Now, if there is no space to stow your bags today, please bring them to the front of the aircraft and we can check them into the next flight.
We're starting up at least one engine at the gate, which is interesting. I guess the APU must be inoperative. That's part of the air start unit, I think. Thinking about it, it actually was warmer during boarding, so an inoperative APU is probably why. It's now time for pushback, about 5 minutes behind schedule.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crew here for your safety, so please follow the instructions at all times. Give us your attention for the next few minutes to help us keep you safe on today's flight.
Hi, and welcome to my magic place, Qantas.
Today, I'm flying on an Airbus H125 helicopter. And you're in a Qantas Boeing 737.
Next to it, or in the leg rest, remove your life jacket from the pouch by pulling the tab. There's a red tag and a mouthpiece for inflation, and a whistle and light. Your Qantas magazine is located in your seat pocket.
It's time to get ready for takeoff.
Razor, we hope your trip is a safe one. And we hope you get to your magic place again really soon. Thank you for choosing to fly Qantas.
By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far and you'd like to see more like it, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me and the channel out so much, and it would be very much appreciated. But if you don't want to, that's completely okay. Not long after takeoff, the crew came around offering headphones. Then about 10 minutes after takeoff, the crew began the refreshment service. Refreshments today were cheese, crackers and olives, which I think for the time of this flight is good. Then you have the usual good selection of drinks, including soft drinks and alcohol. I decided to go for a ginger beer and a bottle of water. The cheese, crackers and olives were nice.
Traffic control good news is hasn't impacted arrival time too much. At this stage we expect to land at 20 minutes past 6 with a half an hour time change.
Sounds like we got slowed down by ATC a little. Mid-flight-ish, the internet speeds are 18 for download and 7 for upload. Cruise altitude was flight level 290, then 250, which is low. I did think it looked low. There's some possible storms around Melbourne at the moment.
If there's no significant changes to the arrival time, whether or not you're going to trust you join the flight with us, wish you a pleasant afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Now here's a super quick look at the in-flight entertainment screen, which is actually more responsive than usual on these 737s. It's still not great, but it's usable, and it's great just to have a screen on this short flight.
Approaching here to Melbourne. All passengers and crew must now be seated with your seatbelts firmly fastened.
As we descend into Melbourne with some cool looking clouds about, please allow me to conclude this flight on Qantas' new Economy Plus product. Check-in was just the usual with Qantas in Adelaide. It works well with online check-in, but I prefer kiosks with the check-in option as well. The Adelaide's new club lounge design is fabulous, and the drink selection is excellent, but the food situation, especially at lunch with like no hot options, almost is average. Boarding, though not as coordinated with groups as in Melbourne, where there's a board and group 1 goes first, then group 2, it still worked fine. Once on board, though this isn't the new cabin, it has been changed to feature 1 less row, and so Economy Plus does have extra legroom, and it's a great gold perk to be able to select these for free during online check-in, as the legroom is great. I wouldn't personally pay $40 extra for it, but I'm short. If you're very tall, then it's not cheap, but it's not outrageous. It'd be nice if they actually do something about the priority overhead locker space, like they advertise. But anyway, it was a very nice and comfy seat for this short flight. Wi-Fi's been solid, and with the in-flight entertainment screen actually usable too, and streaming entertainment, that's great. Service was great for this short flight, didn't disappoint. The cabin crew have been, well, it seems very friendly, but it is a short flight, so yeah. Overall, though, it's been a great flight with Qantas, with the gold benefits with this legroom in the lounge being very nice. Still, there's improvements to be made, including the lounge food and onboard cleanliness. But as far as it goes for a domestic Qantas 737 flight, it's been a great experience. Though Qantas ain't cheap on this route. What do you think of Qantas Economy Plus? Do you think it's worth it? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. We'll soon pull into the gate about 8 minutes behind schedule, but for now please enjoy the rest of the approach and landing at Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport.
Exactly 19 minutes past 6. And please remain seated with your seatbelt firmly fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched on. On behalf of all of us here at Qantas Emirates Air New Zealand and One World, thank you for choosing to fly with us today. We certainly look forward to seeing you again next time you travel. If you are visiting Melbourne, we hope you enjoy staying, of course. And if returning home, welcome home. I'd like to take this time now to
to thank you all so much for watching this video. I'd also like to thank all of my incredible Patreons for helping to make these videos possible. Their support is truly so much appreciated, and I couldn't do what I do without them, so thank you so much to them.
Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
Still on at the moment. We do have the seatbelt sign illuminated. If we're going to ask all passengers to please remain seated with your seatbelts firmly fastened and any baggage to be replaced in the overhead locker.
Once again, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you in my next one next Saturday at 5 PM Melbourne time.
Thanks, mate. Good on you, sir. Thank you.